Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today I'm going to be doing a ninja deck profile. So I'm really excited to see you guys because this deck is an absolutely insane deck that can loop your copy of Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo over and over again to be able to get a bunch of searches in a single turn and make some absolutely crazy inboards. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards, like getting your name description every single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month you're a patron. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. This card is the key card of the entire deck because this card has an absolutely insane effect. That when this card is normal summon, you get to add a ninjutsu art card from your deck to your hand. And when this card is flip face up or special summon, you can add a ninja monster from your deck to your hand, which is the main effect that we're going to be using on this card to be able to get multiple searches per turn. I then play 3 copies of Upstart Golden Ninja. This card is a great 3 of in the deck because it has the ability that once per turn you can send a trap card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon a level 4 lower ninja monster from your deck, and face up defense or face down defense, which is an awesome effect just to instantly get you 2 ninjas on your side of the field. I then play 3 copies of Mitsu the Insect Ninja. This card is a great 3 of in the deck that is a really good extender that has the ability, if you control a ninja card or a face down defensive monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can target a face down defensive monster that you control and change it to face up defensive. Then if you do, change this card into face down defensive. Then if the targeted monster was a ninja monster, except another copy of this card, negate that opponent's activated effect, which is a pretty good effect to have this card just be an extender and a walking negate. I then play 3 copies of Tobari the Sky Ninja. This card is a great 3 of in the deck that just helps out the strategy a lot with this particular build. It has the ability this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect the turn it was special summon or flip face up. And you can only use the following effects of this card once per turn. That you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon a ninja monster from your hand in face up or face down defense position, which is an awesome effect to be able to use with your copy of Hanzo to be able to just instantly special summon it and get a search without even wasting your normal summon. And during your opponent's main or battle phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon a ninja fusion monster from your X deck using monsters from your hand or field as a material, which is a great effect. I then play a single copy of the Cannon Ninja. You really only need a single copy of this card. It's a really good combo piece, but you only need 1 copy of this monster. We then play a single copy of Baku. Baku is also a 1 of in this particular build. I really like Baku, but I feel like 1 is totally fine. This card has the ability, if this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, then you can special summon it to your side of the field. And if this card is special summoned or flip face up, you can target a ninja or ninjutsu art card in your graveyard or face up in your spawn trap card zone, except another copy of this card, and return it back to your hand, which is a really good effect just to be able to get a card back to your hand. I'm then playing a single copy of a really powerful old school card, which is a single copy of Senior Silver Ninja. This card is a really good 1 of the deck because it basically is soul charge, because it has the ability that when this card is flip face up, you can special summon any number of ninja monsters except Senior Silver Ninja from your hand or graveyard in face down defense position. And there can only be 1 face up Senior Silver Ninja on the field, which is a really good effect just to be able to swarm the board with all sorts of ninja monsters face down to be able to go in for some really insane plays. I then play a single copy of Twilight Ninja Getsuga the Shogun. This card is a really good 1 of in the deck. It's also a monster reborn because it has the ability to contribute to summon this card by attributing 1 ninja monster. And if this card is in attack position, then you can target 2 ninja monsters in your graveyard except another copy of this card and change this card to defense position, and if you do, special summon those targeted monsters, which is a great effect just to instantly get you 2 ninjas on your side of the field. We then play one each of the Pendulum Ninjas. I feel like 1 each is totally fine. I don't feel like you need any more than a single copy each so that you can Pendulum summon in your combo, but these are really good at 1 each, but you only really need 1 of each of them in this build. I'm then playing a single copy of Infernoble Knight Renald. Renald is really good as a 1 of in the deck because we are doing some Isolde plays in this particular build, and this card is the main card you're going to summon off of Isolde because it will let you recover one of your equipped spells out of the grave. We then play a single copy of Dark Smorg, because Dark Smorg is just too good in a ninja deck not to play. And comboed with Anti-Spell Fragrance, you can make it so that your opponent cannot set cards on the field or activate spells, which is just absolutely insane. I really love that combo in Ninja, and it's just super, super fun. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, I'm going to be playing a single copy of Rhoda. Rhoda's just really good in the deck to be able to search the exact ninja that you need when you need it, but some of them are different types, so you kind of got to watch out for that. You can search a bunch of them in the deck, but there are some of them that are, say, Insect or Beast, or even Wing Beast that you can't search with Rhoda, but Hanzo you can search with this card. I'm then playing a single copy of Monster Reborn because it's a great extender for the deck to get the exact ninja you need out of the graveyard. One copy of Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave is a really good one-of just to stop the opponent from hand trapping us while we're going in for all of our plays. One copy of Hidden Village of the Ninjutsu Arts, which is a really good one-of in the deck. You only need a single copy of this card in this particular build, but it has the ability, if a ninja monster is summoned to your field, then you can target one ninja monster or ninjutsu art card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. But you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with the same name for the rest of the turn. And if a ninja monster or a ninjutsu art card that you control would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, by an opponent's card effect, you can banish a ninja monster from your graveyard instead, which gives you a little bit of protection, which is really nice. I then play a single copy of Living Fossil. Living Fossil is a really, really good one-of in the deck just to have for your copies of Azul. I really like this card as a one-of to be able to grab with our copy of Renal to be able to have an additional searchable Monster Reborn. I then play a single copy of the Ninjutsu Art Tool. This card is a really, really good one-of in the deck that you can also search off your copy of Azul, which is really nice with your copy of Renal to be able to send this card to the graveyard with Azul to summon Renal. Renal will grab it back, and has the ability the equipped monster gains 500 attack points. Also, it is treated as a ninja monster, and you can only use each effect this card once per turn, that you can banish a ninja monster from your graveyard and then target one card on the field and destroy it. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, then you can target one of your banished ninja monsters and add it back to your hand, or special summon it in face down defense position, which is a pretty good effect. I then play a single copy of Ninjutsu Art Notebook. This card is a good search over the deck because it has the ability to, once per turn, you can send a ninja monster from your hand to the graveyard to set a Ninjutsu Art spell or trap directly from your deck to your side of the field, except another copy of this card, which is why I'm playing this card as a one-of. I'm then playing 3 copies of Ninjutsu Art Notebook of Mystery. This card is a really good 3-of in the deck. I have considered cutting it down to 2 in this particular build, but I really like it as a 3-of, because if your opponent controls a card, you can set up to 1 ninja monster and 1 Ninjutsu Art spell or trap, except Ninjutsu Art Notebook of Mystery. And these cards come from your deck and or graveyard, but you can only, one can come from each, which is really cool because you get basically a +1 off this card, which is really good. And if this set card on the field is sent to the graveyard, then you can target one face-up monster on the field and change it to face-down defense position, which is a great effect to be able to use with this card. It's a definite 2 to 3-of in the build, but if there's a card that you want to play over this card, you can cut it down to 2. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, I'm going to be playing 2 copies of Lost Wind. Lost Wind is just really good to combo with your copy of Upstart Golden Ninja, because you can send this card to the graveyard and it's still live, because when your opponent special summons a monster, you can set this card back to your side of the field. It's a really good negate, and it's just fantastic in the deck because it lets you target a face-up special summon monster on the field, and it has its effects negated, and its original attack is halved, which is a great effect. I then played 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Impermanence is just a fantastic hand trap overall, and it's a definite 3 of the deck just to be able to negate the opponent's monster's effect and lock down columns if you need to, if you want to set it to the field. I then play a single copy of Ninjutsu Art of Transformation. This card is the one-of that we're going to use to summon out our copy of Dark Smorg. So this card is a definite one-of in the deck. You only need a single copy of this card, and it's a really powerful card that is searchable, but it has the ability that you activate this card by attributing any face-up ninja monster and then special summon a beast, wing beast, or insect monster from your hand or deck whose level is less than or equal to the level of the tributed monster had on the field +3. So you have to tribute a level 4 ninja on your side of the field to be able to summon Dark Smorg, because Dark Smorg is a level 7. So you have to tribute 4 because 4 + 3 is 7. So you have to tribute a 4 to go into Dark Smorg. I then play 2 copies of Ninjutsu Art of Dancing Leaves. This card is a really good 2-of in the deck. It has the ability that you can activate this card by targeting a ninja monster or a face down defensive monster on the field and tribute it. And if you do, special summon a ninja monster from your deck. And when this card leaves the field, send that monster to the graveyard. And you can also target one ninjutsu or continuous spell or trap in your spell and trap card zone and return it to the hand, and which is a really good effect, but you can only use one of this card's effect per turn and only once that turn. I then play 3 copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance, because combo with Dark Smorg, it basically shuts down your opponent's field, which is really, really good. I absolutely love this card as a 3-up, and it's really powerful this format as well. Both players must set spells before they can activate them, and then Dark Smorg says you can't set cards on the field, or your opponent can't set cards on the field. So combo with this card, it basically says your opponent cannot activate spells, and they cannot set traps on the field or activate traps, essentially, because they can't set them to activate them, and they can't set their monsters. So they have to either special summon monsters or normal summon monsters to their side of the field, unless they can out the copy of Dark Smorg and Anti-Spell Fragrance, which is absolutely crazy. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Mizzen, the Battle Ninja. This card is absolutely crazy. It's super easy to summon to the field. It has the ability that basically just takes 2 ninja monsters with different types to be able to summon at the field. And it must first either be fusion summon or special summon from your extra deck by tributing the above cards that you control, which is a pretty good effect. You can tribute face down monsters to activate this card's summoning condition. And it also has the ability your opponent or your ninja monsters can attack directly, which is a really good effect just to be able to OTK the opponent. And then while you control a face down defensive monster, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks. And when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can special summon a ninja monster from your deck in face up or face down defensive, which is a pretty good effect just to be able to summon out your copy of Hanzo. I then play a single copy of Ninja Grandmaster Saizo. You only need a single copy of Saizo in this particular deck. It has the ability that during your main phase, you can set a ninjutsu art spell or trap card from your deck, which is a pretty good effect on this card. I then play 2 copies of Soryuja, because you can dig in the deck with Soryuja, and being able to loop your copies of Hanzo over and over again is super easy in this particular build. And your copy of Soryuja, being able to special summon a monster from the hand, is a really powerful effect combo with Hanzo, because you will get additional searches. So this card is a definite 2-of in the deck. I then play a single copy of World Sea Dragon. This card is a really good 1-up in the deck because it will reset all of your ninja monsters, which is really insane. This card has the ability that basically just takes 1 effect monster to make this card, so you can use your copy of Soryuja or Appaloosa that it has already negated all of its card effects, which is really good. And it has the ability you can only control 1 of this card. And it has the ability that once per turn, during your main phase, you can banish all monsters on the field. Then special summon as many monsters as possible that were banished by this effect to their owner's fields and face up or face down defense system, which is a really good effect to be able to just banish all your ninjas, and then cards like Hanzo that are not once per turn will come back and activate again, which is really good. And then during the battle phase, quick effect, you can destroy cards on the field up to the number of co-linked monsters on the field, which is a pretty good effect to be able to co-link cards at the same time when you bring them back. I then play a single copy of Access Code because it's just a really good boss monster to pop multiple cards on the field, and it's a definite 1-up in the deck. 1 copy of Appaloosa because it gives you multiple monster negates, and plus after you negate a bunch of cards with this card and it drops down to a really low number, you can link it away for your copy of your World Sea Dragon, which is really cool. I then play a single copy of Unicorn to spin stuff, IP Masquerena, because you can make Unicorn during the opponent's turn, and it's a really good card effect to be able to use, to be able to go into Unicorn during the opponent's turn to spin cards. 1 copy of Isolde. Isolde is really good in the deck as well because we can go into Isolde super easy to basically search out a warrior monster when it's summoned to your side of the field, and it will special summon out your copy of Renauld, which is really good by sending an equip spell from your deck to the grave, which when the copy of Renauld will be able to search out the copy of the equip spell you send to the grave, which is really good. I then play a single copy of Cross Sheep because we do go into Mizzen in this deck, which is really good, and this card is super good in the deck because it has the ability to special summon a level 4 or lower monster from the graveyard, which is super good with your copy of Mizzen because you can bring back Hanzo and use its effect again. I then play a single copy of number 60 because it has some really good effects to be able to use, to be able to skip your next draw phase to draw 2 and discard 1, skip your next main phase 1 to special summon a monster from the grave in defense, which can be Hanzo to be able to get its effect off again, or you double the attack of a monster but you skip your next battle phase. I then play a single copy of Abyss Dweller because Abyss Dweller is just really good at shutting down the graveyard, and then finally a single copy of Blade Armor Armor Ninja, because this card is just really good, and it can basically detach a material from this card, and then a ninja monster on your side of the field can attack twice during this battle phase, which is a really good effect. I love this card in the deck, and it really helps out, especially combo with your copy of Mizan, because this will let you attack directly, and then this will let you attack twice, so it makes it really easy to OTK the opponent. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. This deck is super fun to be able to play. If you guys have not played ninjas with the new support, you definitely should, because it's super fun. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely tell me what you think of this deck down in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.